guys, welcome back. This is being Simone Iman and I am Simone, and we're getting back into Housewives of Potomac. Lord, I'm glitchy right now. Look, I'm going through a glitch. I'm a simulated figure. As soon as I started talking, my eyelash started. I feel like something's in my eye. Okay, I think I'm fine. Anywho, Housewives of Potomac, episode 8 of season 5. So much. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the episode opens up with Candice and her 90s R&B voice. Candice is adorable, and I'm here for her aspirations in the music industry. The remix to her song that she sang to Chris at their wedding, a go-go remix, like, it's cute, but everybody who can sing shouldn't sing. Does that make sense? And I'm not hating, like, she has a nice voice, she can carry a tune, but should she carry the tune? No. It was okay, but she's just talking to Chris about in the scene where she is with Monique, and Candice ain't lying, and I get it. I would feel the same way about Monique. Like, the way Monique acted at the lake house toward Candice was unmerited, unwarranted, and it was really weird. I can't for the life of me figure out why she's more upset with Candice than Giselle or Charisse or anyone else who's like stirring the pot. But then I guess I get that you expect more of those that are close to you than those that you know are your enemies. But it's no way I could kiki with Giselle and treat Candice like garbage. It don't add up. Okay. Next scene is Ashley and Michael. Look, Michael says he can't eat when Ashley sits down and starts talking about what she's gonna order. Of course you can't eat. That's the problem. But of course you can't eat, fool. You're out here embarrassing our family. That's definitely 100% Michael in his drawers. Ashley says she knows those Hanes. I like that Ashley said she didn't want to yell on her baby, so she decided that they should go out and talk about it. But they absolutely talked about it at home, and they probably yelled on their baby, but it's just good to say we didn't want to yell in front of our child. And Ashley not slaying that makeup like that on her own. She had a makeup artist to come out and shoot this scene. She knew it was out in the blogs and in the public, so it's like, look, we gotta do some damage control and talk about this, and I don't want to, but we have to, so let's go shoot this scene. I'm listening to Michael's story about what happened, and while I'm buying it, like, yeah, obviously he has to say he was with a woman because he was in a hotel room. That whole I fell asleep shit, child. But Wendy gonna read that whole situation very correctly. We're gonna talk about that when we get to the winery scene. He gaslighted Ashley. He made it seem like because they have a lack of intimacy, because her butthole is ripped from having your baby, that he was craving something, and that's why he went to go sleep with another woman. The bullshit, man. Okay. And then this is causing Ashley to have to go into Olivia Pope mode, and she has to save face, and she has to say that at one point in their relationship they had an open relationship, and that she could be with women if she wanted, and she could bring them into the bedroom. Is it the same for Michael though? Could Michael be with men if he wanted? Because there's been now it's salacious now because it's about women, but let's not act like it wasn't salacious when it was about men. And he said he wants to have sex with Juan. Well, not have sex with Juan, perform fellatio on Juan. You know, so does he have the opportunity to deal with men? It's weird. Ashley says that, you know, she doesn't want them to have any openness in their relationship anymore. She wants full-on monogamy, and that if he's not willing to do that, then they can end the relationship. And he's like, no, there's too much at stake. The phrase too much at stake sounds like business. It does not sound like family to me. You know, there's too much at stake. And like she says, we don't have to stay with each other just for the baby. Like, if you want other things, then you need to follow your heart and do what you want. But it was a bunch of bullshit. I did not believe anything that Michael said besides the fact that the things that were obvious. You know, of course he was with another woman. Of course he went to all these different places, because that's the thing. You thotting around town with somebody. You're not just cheating and going straight to a hotel room. Y'all have a night on the town. He wasn't thinking about her and her baby. Next scene is Monique planning her $200,000 podcast, child. Get into it. Monique walks in with her toned legs. Monique's body is amazing after 3 kids. And the span, like her oldest is like 9 and her youngest is a few months. Kudos to you, Mo. And her 4 bundles. I told y'all before, Monique definitely wears 4 bundles of some really good virgin hair. That sewing was working. I like that she's using this platform on Housewives to promote her brand and Not for Lazy Moms. I've never really got into the Not for Lazy Mom things. I think that the branding is all wrong. I think she turns off a lot of people by talking about what a lazy mom is. It's just like, not even that she's talking about what a lazy mom is, just that phrase, that wording is weird and she shouldn't use it. But anyway, that's her business. She started popping champagne at the meeting. I love meetings like that. I think that, you know, Monique constantly taking digs about Candice not having a honeymoon is troublesome. Like, clearly by episode 8, we see that Monique is coming for Candice. Why is the question. But it comes off as very elitist too. Okay, you and Chris Samuels had football money and millions of dollars to go on a lavish honeymoon vacation. Chris and Ashley ain't there. He's a struggling business owner. And not Ashley, Candice. I told y'all I have a problem with those 2 names. Chris and Candice don't have football money. You know, they struggling entrepreneurs. And it's sad. She's expecting a lot in Candice, I feel like, to come to her event, given everything they're going through right now. Like, let's stop shading her and talking junk about her, but then say, I hope she doesn't flake on me. She's going to flake on you because of the shit you're saying right now. You're saying mean things about her. I wouldn't come to your shit either. Ugh, like, yeah, I'm so disappointed in Monique. I'm starting to believe everything the people had said. She was paying them blogs to say nice things and spinning the narrative in her favor. And Candice just can't compete with that coin. She can't pay nobody to speak in her favor, okay? Monique, Next, we get to see Giselle in High Fashion Homes, honey, and Giselle is out of place. Giselle needs to be at like Ross or DD's Discounts. Giselle is not giving me High Fashion Homes, okay? She might be able to go to At Home or Home Goods, but I'm not even seeing none of that shit in that house came from Home Goods or At Home. That shit looked at flea market. It looked at very lowbrow Amazon. It looked at very, it's too easy of a read. Even her outfit looked like how her house looked. I didn't like that little wraparound jacket with the t-shirt we could see. It's just the styling be all wrong. She says she has a great decor style and psych. And then Robyn walks in and Robyn is like, oh, hey, are these prescription? I hate that. If you never seen me wear glasses before and I pop up with glasses, if I haven't told you that I went to the ophthalmologist, then these are for fashion. You don't have to say it. Are these prescription? I just never really like that. I'm one of those people who accessorizes with glasses and stuff, and when people be like, oh, are those prescription? It'd be like, why? What does that matter? Anyway, Robyn says that she hasn't looked for a house yet because her and Juan need to be married. No, they don't, but cue in her next storyline. Her and Juan getting married, shopping for a house. It's still boring, Robyn. It's still giving snore. They fake looking for shit they can't afford, and that's fine because I can't afford anything in High Fashion Home either. No shade. Robyn and Giselle have definitely talked about all this shit they're talking about as far as Ashley and Michael before. They're just filming it on camera this time for the show. I died when Robyn said that she sent it to Ashley. Y'all, I have almost done that so many times. I think I might have done it a couple times, but I figured that the reason you do shit like that is because you're thinking of that person when you're talking about it, and so your mind automatically goes to that person's contact in your phone, and it's super embarrassing. But Robyn said she sent that shit to Ashley and she was like, what you want us to do with this? Good thinking, girl. You clean that right on up. And then they start talking about Giselle taking the girls to the winery, and are they gonna act a fool? Are they gonna act a fool? You wait and see. The next scene is Wendy and Eddie, y'all. Look, in the Facebook groups of Potomac, they be tearing Wendy down for whatever reason. Most women in those groups are not a fan of Wendy. And again, I say for whatever reason. Okay, she got into it with Ashley. God damn, it's just Ashley with her mean ass. Ashley mean too. Like, get over it. Just get over it. Anyway, Wendy, her boys are adorable. Cruz is the cutest. That's my favorite age range for little boys. Like 8 to 12. They're just so, I love them. She says her maternity leave is up and she's sad. I too am sad for Wendy. I'm sad for any woman who's coming off of maternity leave, okay? She and Eddie are talking about her career and she's watching like side-eye and her baby do karate. And she's like, if that man hit my baby one more again, I am Wendy. Don't touch my child. Show him. Show him how to do it. You ain't gotta touch him. And then she's so, you know, attached to Cruz as the baby because for a long time he was her baby. You know, she just had Cam. It seems like Eddie did paternity leave too, which is a new wave thing, and I love it that more companies are open to giving fathers paternity leave, because she's like, how is it being back at work? And I'm guessing he took off of work to stay home with her and the baby, which I love, especially since that baby was in the NICU. You know, even if the baby wasn't at home, his wife needed a lot of support, because I can imagine that's hard for any mom. I feel for Wendy though, that she's so worried about, you know, doing things to please her mom at her age. That's not living life like it's golden. It's not. It's living life like you somebody's daughter, underage daughter, your entirety of your life. Even as a wife and a mom and a professional and a college graduate and a doctor with 4 degrees, honey, she's still like a little suppressed child. I don't like that. And then the scene goes to Monique and Chris on their walk. Chase is a beautiful baby. He looks just like Chris, but he has a lot of Monique in here. And I think he has Monique's eye color too. I know the feeling all too well of planning something and selling 20 tickets. I literally just experienced that at work. And it's so underwhelming. And it hurts when you put a lot of resources into something and it just doesn't pan out the way you want it to. But life goes on. Now, she's saying if she spent $200,000 on a podcast, I know people who start a podcast for $150. Granted, it's probably not on the same scale as Monique, but what? I need an itemized bill. Like, that's a lot of money. Chris said, if you're not making no money, shut it down. Obviously you can tell there's some contention between Chris and Monique at some point. Like, everything in the last few months haven't been peachy with them, and that's fine, y'all. Just, you know, it's normal. Get over it. I think Monique does try to put on this facade like everything's perfect in her life, and although she and Chris do communicate well, Chris talk like his mean ass mama. You know, he just say whatever he want, how he feel. He throw out his solution or whatever his assessment is of the situation, and it's like, deal with it. Very caveman. It's still very caveman. Candice texts Monique and she drops out. Monique, you knew that already. I wouldn't put nobody picture. Look, that's one of the event planning 101. Maybe put names on it on your special guests, but unless you know if you done paid them a deposit for the walkthrough, unless you have paid them, don't put that picture on your flyer. She's like, I gotta print 500 more flyers. Her and her rich woman problems, okay? You know, she's no, it's no way in hell Monique is surprised that Candice is not gonna come and be, you know, it's one thing to attend, bitch. You want me to talk and speak and perform and tap dance for you? No, ma'am. Not when you're in your confessional talking about me and my husband not going on our honeymoon. Pay for it if you so worried. Y'all, I love Monique, but I am not feeling the way she acting this season. And she absolutely played sleep when Candice was leaving, but we'll get into that at the barn, at the winery. Robyn goes to her parents' house. Her parents are super cute, and you can tell she comes from really good stock. Her dad's a dentist, her mom's a professor. Her mom said that they did not do a good job on her tattoo, but Robyn is right. The hand tattoos, even like on my wrist, it gets wet so much, they fade very easily. Her parents did not jump at the announcement that she would get married. Her mom seemed more into it than her dad, but dads are protective like that, and Juan messed up. even if Robyn messed up like with the finances and stuff like that, she ain't gonna mess with no other man. I think that it's very good that, you know, Robyn is on a path of we need to do therapy before we actually get married again. I agree. Like, don't jump into it and y'all haven't done any solution-based thinking when getting back into a marriage that had its issues, you know. And her daddy said, look, I ain't got no gift, no money this time, so this is on y'all. This one is on y'all. And then the next thing, Ashley goes shopping with her mama. Ashley's mama gives every bit of Kathy Bates, okay? And we see her baby sister, Jessica, and that's her mom's, Ashley with these semantics, my mom's partner. That's her dad. Your stepdad. That's your little sister's dad. Don't be like that. We see her baby sister, and she's so cute, and her mama is angry with Michael, and I agree. She should absolutely be. Everything Ashley mama said was true. He has a beautiful wife, a beautiful baby. What is he out here doing? I told y'all last episode review. Why do Michael not think people gonna take pictures of him? People want you to get set up. People want you to be caught up in the bullshit. What are you doing, man? Ashley says she isn't afraid to leave Michael, and I believe her. She isn't afraid to leave Michael because they separated before, but now more than ever because now he can't leave her penniless like the last time they separated, okay? She almost got 2 babies. Oh, she not walking away. She not leaving a penthouse with nothing this time. So she shouldn't be afraid to leave him. And this is a deal breaker. And I'm sorry, you know, I don't like to see happy homes break up, or not even happy homes, because how happy can you be if your man's stepping out? I don't want them to end their marriage or whatever, but I also don't want her to be dragged by this man, by this what Justin on the King of Reeds would call this White Walker. Like, girl, you can do so much better. Actually, child and her little sister talking about she want a mini dress. You can't even stand up straight. Her posture was horrible. And she want a mini dress. Child, these children get on my nerves. Giselle, so here we go with the wine tasting. First of all, what Giselle had on, I feel like Giselle think if anything costs more than $150 is fashionable. What was that? A vest, apron, and it was half mink? She would have did better with just all black, put on a nice black coat with her little Gucci beanie and been fine. The rest of that shit was a mess. But she's a beautiful face. We can never take away from the sister's face. And I'm side-eyeing the wine tasting because they pouring their own wine. But the sommelier eventually shows up, okay? I love that Monique and Candice always say hello to each other, but they don't always say goodbye. It's just very shallow. And then Giselle keeps calling this the literary awards. Did these people say she couldn't say the name of their organization on the show? What is a literary award? What is the name of the people? Who are they that gave you this award? The such and such House of Publishing Literary Award. Like, what is the literary award, Giselle? Karen like me, they could have Skyped me. Ashley addresses the rumors, and I wish we could just freeze frame Monique and Wendy's expression, especially Wendy. Wendy hit her with the pick me. What he said, what he had said had happened, sis, because we've been dying to know. And then Ashley goes and tells this story, which is similar to the one that we saw earlier in the episode, but she kind of leaves out a couple of the details. And she's like, he said he fell asleep in the bed with the woman, but they didn't do anything. Wendy said, look at Michael. Who wants to cuddle with Michael? No, girl. If he would have fell asleep, I would have got up and left and went my ass home. Ashley, of course, Olivia poked the dog fuck out of the situation, and she talks about their former threesomes and all of that. Look, I don't believe that they lived a open marriage lifestyle. I believe they might have had a threesome before, and that does not excuse in any form Michael's behavior. They had a wild night. I do not believe that was a lifestyle for them, but she says she's totally monogamous right now, and that's what she expects for him, as she should. And look, they talking about it and everybody has questions, and I'm here for it because I had questions too. But to say at the lake house that Monique felt they didn't need to be talking about marriages, she had a lot of things to say, a lot of questions and a lot of answers on the sideline. I don't understand it. Ashley thanks the ladies for their maturity because she knows she does not deserve it. She has acknowledged that in the past she has come for all of their relationships in a major way, and she does not, absolutely, Ashley does not deserve the respect that these women are giving her, although I'm glad they've given it to her. You can tell that Wendy watched the show. That's what a good doctor, that's what a professional, that's what a woman with 4 degrees would do. She got to do her research before she come out here with these ladies. Soon as Candice started tapping with that knife and tugging with that knife, Wendy said, let me get that up out you, thank you. And we appreciate it because that could have been very bad. We do not trust Candice with the knives, okay? Monique absolutely played sweet. Candice, what? We not fools, and I don't care what nobody say. Monique, I don't care how many kids you got. That whole kid shaming shit was whack. You was not asleep when Candice left your house, girl. You just did not want to say goodbye. You are upset, you are bothered, you are petty. Now, what I can say is they're beefing because there's a lot of string pulling and side conversations between them. When they go to that footage with Giselle and Ashley talking about Candice befriending Cherise, they have planted that into her mind, into Monique's mind, and Monique is running with it. And I get feeling betrayed, sis, but if this is your good friend, y'all should have talked about that many times until y'all solved the issue. Because honestly, I can't say whether or not Candice actually befriended Cherise just to get under Monique's skin, but at the point at which she regretted it or acknowledged that that's how she was feeling, I feel that Candice would have apologized more and would have done whatever it took to get it right with Monique. She appreciated Monique's friendship that much. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I just do not like to see this scenario play out between them. And this is why I said last episode when they were on the fireball, you do not have these kind of conversations when you've been drinking, because when you do, bitches get to twirling and throwing their hands and acting all crazy, and then somebody gotta get dragged. So the way I saw it play out is Monique called Candice a chill pet. And Candice was very here with it. And Monique said, you better get your hands out of my face. Now everybody know, for a black woman, don't put your hands in my face. Candice was very, and so Monique got very, and then Monique started to flippage up. I saw the flippage of the hair. The hair got to flipping. And then I see Candice's hand reach out. Now, what exactly Candice did with said hand, I am unclear of. But I'm hoping we'll be able to see it without all that blinking in the editing that Bravo doing. So we really can see. I don't want to see the fight. Look, I'm not one of them people that like to watch fights online. I just want to see one, who's at fault. Who hit first is always important in any situation. And I just shit, they've been talking about this shit for 2 years now. I feel like I want to see what happened. But anyway, y'all, we have finally got down to the draggage between Monique and Candice. I'm not happy about it, even though I'm laughing. I'm laughing to keep from crying, y'all. I do not want to see this happen to them. So we'll get into the rest of it in episode 9 next week. Please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Every time you guys comment and tell me something that y'all feel, I feel so good, because I be needing somebody to talk to about this. Anyway, until next week, you guys, I will see you soon. Bye bye.